Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode, number 124 of your favorite retro gaming podcast out there, the Retro Gamers Podcast. Larry here.
And Anthony here.
It's first time in 2019, we're finally doing a show just us, just the original band.
Yeah, I know. I think the last episode that we recorded, I was actually physically there with you in New York.
Yeah, that is true.
Ish.
Because then New Year's we had the crossover with Josh.
Mm-hmm.
The week after that, you were away, so then I had my friend Mario come on the show.
Yeah.
And then last week, I just things got in the way. I couldn't unfortunately join.
Right.
But,
if I remember correctly, you cursed me out and said you weren't going to do the effing show.
It's very Pat O'Reilly of me. We do it live.
Exactly. So this is new for us in 2019. We're recording again.
Finally. And I do want to thank Mario, and last week I want to thank Rich for stepping in to help out co-host the show. Two great guys, two long friends of ours, respectively.
Yes.
Able to help us out. And last week, you and Rich, great show, great conversation about emulators, the XI, which I may just hand you that contest now.
Yeah, I expect you to.
Yeah, what is going on?
There's a cat who wants my attention.
Uh-oh.
He seems to show up every episode now. Right, babe?
I'm going to kill each and every one of you.
Exactly. He belongs on the show anyway. His name is Link.
It's getting a little heavy.
Yes, he is.
And
I feel that every time he jumps and lands on me.
And speaking of contests, I see back there almost teetering off the table.
Well, yes, there is my Virtual Boy, and this week I'm doing a test. And this week's test is I've got it at the edge of my table because one of my cats is notorious for pushing things off the table, and it doesn't matter what it is. So I'm curious to see if during the recording of this episode, if we see the Virtual Boy take a little plunge.
Which one is the sadistic cat who likes to destroy everything?
Oh, Snow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the tiny one who pushes very heavy things.
Well, we'll see. His feats of strength feats of strength with the Virtual Boy. I mean, look, would you just put it out of its misery already?
Well, you know, I should have put like a bucket of water underneath. That would have been fun. But I didn't want to mess up my floor.
Oh, fair enough. Otherwise, than just putting a giant dent in it if it falls off the table.
That's okay. Don't worry. Its demise is forthcoming.
Dang it.
Maybe today.
I hope not. So we got some stuff to talk about here. This week's episode is actually kind of thrown together by one of our super fans and a lifelong thorn in our sides.
Well, he's a thorn in your side. He's not a thorn in my side. He's a very good friend of mine.
That's not what I've heard.
And my future... Whoa. Have I been talking in my sleep?
Nah.
But, and my future Comic-Con buddy, by the way,
Nice.
he will be coming out to L.A. this July, and we will be going to Comic-Con. And maybe, when we get there, doing some live streaming, that would be kind of cool.
That's what I'm thinking. A nice special on location at San Diego Comic-Con. And, of course, we're talking about Frankie, who the notorious guest on the Better Half podcast, who was banned for a little while and then returned recently. And
yes, nobody can ever forget episode 4.
And we've had him on the show before from Barcade, and he's actually recommended... This is the second time. He's actually kind of gave us a topic to talk about.
Yes, he did. So, thank you very much, Frankie, our favorite bald friend, for giving us... an actual topic to talk about. Which, by the way, I want to start a campaign really quickly with anybody who watches or listens to our show. I told Frankie that it would be awesome for Comic-Con because he is, he does not have any hair on his head whatsoever.
As a cue ball.
Right. If he dressed up as Professor X, and I told him I would get him the wheelchair to wheel him through Comic-Con all day. So
that's
if we can get anybody to shout out about that on our Facebook page so I can tell him that people want to see this, maybe we can get this to happen.
All right, so he has to dress up in a suit. I'm sure he likes getting dressed up in a nice suit, and
then we just got to put a little blanket on him.
That's all. He'll be so comfortable and first in line for everything. You jump the line for everything.
Yeah.
No one needs to know it's a cosplay.
Well, I have a feeling he wouldn't be the only one cosplaying as that, so it's fine. But I just thought it would be a brilliant cosplay. I even told him I would dress up as Jean Grey and wield a wheelchair. But that's not going to happen.
That may be worth it alone. It's funny. All the years I've gone to New York Comic Con, I don't think I've actually seen a Professor X.
I wonder if there's a rule or something against that.
No, it can't be.
I don't know.
People are in wheelchairs. I've seen wheelchairs.
Well, no, I mean, yes, there are actual handicapped people. But what I mean is like people impersonating a handicapped person. I mean, there could be a rule against that, and I don't blame them. I mean, because the floor of that place is packed enough as it is, so you don't want people doing extra stuff like that. I've
dragged a suitcase around New York Comic Con. I think you can get away with someone in a wheelchair, but we'll see what San Diego Comic Con has to offer.
Yes, we will see that. But circling back to your point, Frankie gave us a great topic for this week's episode because the big news hitting this week, or last week actually.
Yeah.
This week we got some big news as well. But Resident Evil 2, the remake, dropped last Friday for the PlayStation 4. I think it's also on PC, right?
I think it's also on Xbox.
Okay, so Resident Evil 4 dropped. This week we have a big drop too, which is going to be Kingdom Hearts 3. So we got like 2 back to back, which is huge.
Yep.
But the Resident Evil 2 remake looks absolutely amazing.
I haven't heard a bad thing yet about it. Everyone who's played it has loved it. The reviews I've seen have been tremendous.
Mm-hmm.
I try and never mind. It's
well,
that
was great.
Good.
Thank you.
No problem. It's all been good so far, and it's a continuation, kind of a rehash of one of the best series in video games, let alone a genre creating series.
Yep, and it had more. It wound up having more impact, I think, than what was initially planned when they first made Resident Evil 2, specifically. Not Resident Evil 1, but specifically Resident Evil 2. And I thought a great, because Frankie brought it up, he's like, you guys should cover Resident Evil since Resident Evil 2 came out this week. So I've prepared a special retro spotlight on the original Resident Evil 2.
All right, so we're going to kick it into high gear, folks. We can get right into Retro Spotlight. You haven't seen it in a while, and here we are the second week in a row with a Retro Spotlight. By the way, that XI, I know you've already you tried it in the store. Have you had a chance to try it at home yet?
No, and that was actually part of my conversation I had with you before we started recording. So I was telling Larry before we started recording this week's episode that yesterday I was sitting around my house very angry because I've been gone every weekend for the past month. And I just haven't gotten around to straightening things out and putting stuff away and everything like that. So my XI, I've had it for 2 weeks. I have not hooked it up yet because I just haven't been here. So I plan on doing that this week. Right. Not this week, but today. Okay. After we're done with this podcast, I'm ripping my house apart and putting it back together. So
that's gonna be fun.
Yeah. So, and one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to hook up the XI and then be on the lookout. Knowing me, I'll probably start streaming a bunch of Sega CD games.
I haven't seen a good Sega CD game streamed in a while, so that'd be pretty sweet.
Well, most people haven't seen a good Sega CD game ever. It's
a small good handful.
No. It has a handful of good games. So you're probably gonna see that once I have it hooked up. Maybe today, maybe not. I don't know. It depends how long it takes me to actually fix my house up.
And once I get that Polymega,
we'll be doing a lot of streaming.
All of it. So, alrighty.
Yeah. And you know what? I may wind up with the Polymega myself. We'll see what happens.
Only time will tell.
Only time will tell. But anyway, circling back to the
time.
Yes.
These are the days of our lives. Yes, Resident Evil.
We're getting back to Resident Evil 2. We're doing a retro spotlight on that. So, Resident Evil 2, developed and published by Capcom. If you did not know that. It was released on a number of platforms, originally on the Sony PlayStation, then came to the Nintendo 64, Microsoft Windows, Sega Dreamcast, GameCube, and Game.com had a version of Resident Evil 2. And we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
I think I had the N64 version. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, there was an N64 version, and we'll talk a little bit about that later as well.
All right.
It was released on January 21st, 1998. So last week, it actually celebrated its 21st anniversary.
Hey, all right. It's allowed to drink.
Yep. And it was released in Japan on January 29th, 1998. So actually, when this episode drops, like that same day, it came out in Japan. Oh. And then our friends over in Europe had to wait a couple of months afterwards. It came out April 29th, 1998, in the PAL version.
That PAL conversion, man, is a hump, ain't it?
Apparently, it definitely takes some extra time. So that was the release date. So again, happy 21st birthday to Resident Evil 2. It's getting a remake right now. That released, which is great. The Japanese version of Resident Evil 2 is actually called Biohazard 2 because that's the name of the series in Japan. If you didn't know that. The Biohazard series. For those of you who have never played a Resident Evil game, I don't know what's wrong with you, but you need to run out and pick one up, whether it's the new one that's out on the PlayStation 4, or I'm sure you can download earlier versions. I just did a quick search on my PS4 for Resident Evil games. They're pretty much all there.
Oh, yeah. You can get
from the first one on.
Yeah,
so
PS3
if you haven't played a Resident Evil game, you're doing yourself a disservice. You really need to go pick one up and try them out because they are amazing, especially if you love the survival horror genre.
And that's what it created.
Exactly. So Resident Evil 2 featured the same basic gameplay mechanics as the first game. You're exploring a fictional city called Raccoon City, and you're solving puzzles throughout the game while fighting zombies and other monsters. Based on the basic storyline, which I'm not going to really get into, is about a virus called the T virus that a company called the Umbrella Corporation creates, and then it creates a zombie outbreak in this city.
As it does. Just real quick, I want to say, as much as Resident Evil series is praised for the zombies and the survival horror genre, I think sometimes people forget and don't realize the puzzle aspect of these games. There's a lot of puzzles in these games as well, on top of just the sheer horror.
Yeah, there are a lot of puzzles. Like who knew a police department would secure everything through these really intricate puzzles? But apparently that's what happened in Raccoon City. I don't know. Maybe they had a lot of break-ins or something like that. So you know what? We're going to make this really hard. So yeah, a lot of puzzles that you have to solve and figure out throughout the game. Now, the cool thing about the game is a lot of the details that are involved. So the character's health actually shows on screen based on the way that they look. So in other words, when they're fully healthy, they're walking, they're running without any issues. But then as they get injured, they start to show signs of injury. So in other words, if they're injured, they start to hold their stomach when they're running and walking. But and then if they get severely injured, they start limping, which is basically when you're right near death. So if a zombie hits you at that point and bites you, you're going to die.
You're done skiing.
Yeah, but it was actually a really great, just a great new thing to show for a character in terms of health on a screen.
It makes you feel. You know what I mean? It makes you, really connect with the character if you actually see the pain and you see that level of injury.
Yeah, it kind of ups the sense of danger, you know what I mean? And if there's anything that this game does, it definitely heightens the tension. Oh, yes. You really feel it as you're going through the game. Yep. In this specific game, each protagonist, there are two protagonists in the game, Leon Kennedy and Claire Redfield, but each one has a supporting character throughout their story because there are two different stories that happen throughout the game. And then at some point in the game, their supporting characters actually become playable for little pieces of it. Okay. There are certain rooms that contain typewriters. For those of you familiar with the series, you know this well.
I hate this.
The typewriters are how you save your progress in the game. However, in order to use the typewriter to save your progress, you need to have an ink ribbon. And there are only so many ink ribbons in the game. So this game is notorious for getting you frustrated because if you don't have an ink ribbon, you have to run around and try and find one in order to save the game. And like I said, there are only a finite number of ink ribbons, so you have to choose when to use them very wisely.
You know, you're right. I mean, as much as that's actually quite an ingenious thing to do, actually make like these limited saves, you're right. It was so annoying to the point where if I wanted to go play Resident Evil, I'd almost be like, do I have enough time to play just in case I can't find a stupid ink ribbon?
Exactly. I had times where I sat down. I'm like, all right, you know what? I'll play for half an hour, and then an hour and a half later, I'm like, it's this ink ribbon. I can't find an ink ribbon. How am I supposed to save?
What am I gonna do with the ink ribbon? Yeah, it's ridiculous.
You know, and then of course, you know, you're only allowed to carry a certain number of items in your or gear. So. Do you want the ink ribbon or do you want the shotgun? It's like you have to make these really hard decisions at times. But then they have chests that you were able to put items in. So as soon as you would collect an ink ribbon, the cool thing to do would be put it in a chest because there's always a chest by the typewriter. Yep. So one of the main additions to Resident Evil 2 that Resident Evil 1 didn't have was something called a zapping system in the game, which had each of the two characters playing different puzzles and storylines in their scenarios, and then what they did, depending on who you chose to play first, it impacted the character that you played second.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
So after you finished what was called the A scenario with Leon or Claire, in the B scenario, certain things are unlocked based on what you did in the A scenario. So as a result, it created a replayability for a game, for this game that, wasn't very common in games like this. Like, rarely did you get to go back and replay to get different things. So if you started the game with Leon and then moved on to Claire second, if you went back, whatever you did with Leon impacted certain aspects of Claire's story. And then conversely, if you went back to play the game all over again and you started with Claire, it changed Leon's game a bit when you played through his.
Yeah.
So really, really cool, very, very smart way to create replayability for a game that you would normally just play once and toss aside.
Yep.
Okay.
And you saw that in other Capcom series as well. Mega Man did that.
Yep.
And I think, don't ask me why, I feel like Zelda, Oracle of Seasons, and Oracle of Ages was also produced by Capcom for some reason.
That wouldn't surprise me because, again, depending on which one you played first, it changed some elements for the second one.
Yeah.
So, the original version of it did.
Yeah.
Capcom.
Yep. Capcom. Yeah.
Well, that explains why it worked that way.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
So, and then again, depending on what you did, you can get you got bonus weapons or costumes or different things unlocked as rewards based on what you did in the scenarios. Now, Resident Evil 2 also contained 2 standalone mini games. I don't know if you know this, but there's a game called The Fourth Survivor and The Tofu Survivor, which is interesting.
I think I've heard of The Tofu Survivor.
In both of these mini games, what the player had to do is they had to reach their goal while fighting every enemy along the way with only the default items you're given to start the game. That was just basically
take only what you need to survive.
Exactly. It's my industrial strength hairdryer. And I can't live without it.
Oh, I can carry 2 or 3 of these now.
Exactly. So the Fourth Survivor and the Tofu Survivor were the standalone minigames on the PlayStation. But then later versions of the game that were released, like on the Dreamcast and the GameCube stuff, added a third minigame called Extreme Battle, which contained 4 playable characters and 3 stages of survival. So it's just interesting.
Are these, as far as you know, are these available on all the different versions of the games, or just like the PlayStation version or something?
No. I believe they were available on all the games. N64 didn't get Extreme Battle, and the Sony PlayStation 1 didn't have Extreme Battle either because
gotcha.
Right, but the other 2 should be, to my understanding, they're on all of them.
Okay.
Maybe not the Game.com one. We'll just say.
I think there's only 2 rooms on that one.
Right. So development of the original Resident Evil 2 game actually began 1 month after they completed the first Resident Evil game.
Oh, wow. They didn't waste time.
No, they didn't waste time. I think they kind of knew that they had a hit on their hands, so they wanted to continue it.
Okay.
The first footage of the game was showed at the V-Jump Festival in July of 1996.
Okay.
I did not have time to research the V-Jump Festival, so whatever that is.
Okay.
The build of the game was dubbed Resident Evil 1.5. It wasn't called Resident Evil 2 originally.
Oh. Okay.
And it actually differed drastically from the Resident Evil 2 version that we wound up getting. In terms of the scenario that was going on, the presentation, the gameplay. It had the same plot outline as Resident Evil 2, but in this version of the story, the Umbrella Corporation had already been closed down because of the illegal experiments they did in the first one. Mm-hmm. Also, conversely, in addition, this game was initially being planned to close out the story for the Resident Evil series.
So they were only going into 2.
They were only going 2 games into this, or at least that was the original idea.
Clearly, yeah. Just real fast, V-Jump is actually a Japanese manga magazine focusing on new manga as well as video games based on popular manga. So I wonder if that's still in existence.
So it was basically a manga festival then.
Basically, yeah.
Okay. So there was this version 1.5 that they were working on. Mm-hmm. It was drastically different in many ways, including the fact that Claire Redfield wasn't a playable character in this version.
Oh, okay. Huh.
They had a different character as the female character. Her name was Elza Walker, a college student and motorcycle racer vacationing in Raccoon City when the zombie outbreak happens.
Sounds like Tori from Bayside.
Yes, yes. Tori from Bayside and Saved by the Bell. Never to be heard from again. But
now we know why.
Right. Now, in this Resident Evil 1.5, Leon and Elza's story actually don't cross at all, unlike what happened in the final version of Resident Evil 2. So each character did their own story, and that was it. They each had 2 supporting characters that interacted with them instead of just one, which wound up in Resident Evil 2. Mm-hmm. So Leon had 2, Elza had 2, and then what happened with that version of the game is that it was about 60 to 70% completed, the 1.5 version, and the producer of the game, the producer over at Capcom in Japan, did not like where it was going, especially because it was leading to a definitive ending that would have closed off the series. Mm-hmm. So they scrapped the entire thing.
Wow.
And then went back to create what we wound up getting as Resident Evil 2.
Actually, not unlike a certain other series that we'll mention briefly later on in the show that kind of did that. Had to, deep into production and scrapping the whole thing and going back to start. So,
yeah, exactly. Okay. Apparently it happens more often than not.
Clearly.
The development of Resident Evil 2 was carried out by a 40 to 50 person group that wound up actually becoming Capcom Production Studio 4, like a completely studio in and of itself. Mm-hmm. There was a port of Resident Evil 2 actually being created for the Sega Saturn.
Ooh, that would have been good.
But technical difficulties led to its cancellation, so it never made its way there.
Boo.
And then the Game.com version.
Yes.
So Tiger Electronics released a sprite-based 2.5D version of Resident Evil 2 in late 1998. It was a handheld Resident Evil 2 game. It only included Leon's story, and it removed a lot of the game's core features because, of course, you can only hold so much on a handheld. They
had no choice, yeah.
Exactly. As expected for this game, the reviews that came in for it were absolutely outstanding. IGN gave it a 9.3 out of 10. Electronic Gaming Monthly, which was a magazine way back when, 37.5 out of 40. Okay. GamePro gave it 5 stars. This thing was at the top of most people's lists. In terms of rankings in the canon of video game history, it hits almost every top 100 list of best games of all time. It's definitely also considered by most Resident Evil fans as the best game in the series, hands down. Mm-hmm. I still remember this as the best game, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. Retro Gamer, which is a magazine that exists now. It's a retro gaming magazine. lists it in its top 100. It's number 97 in the top retro games of all time.
Okay.
So the lasting impact of this game has been amazing.
Yeah.
In terms of sales, until Resident Evil 5 came out, it was the best-selling Resident Evil game on the list. It sold 4.96 million copies. Now, their initial estimation when it first came out, they were aiming to sell 2 million copies of this game. So they definitely far exceeded that.
See, that's what happens when you release a game on thegame.com. It boosts the sales.
Yes, that's exactly what it was.
Those niche players, and that's what you go into history.
Yeah. And I'd just like to point out also that the game was never released on the Virtual Boy because at the time it was released, the Virtual Boy was already dead.
That game would have been awesome on the Virtual Boy. I don't care what you say.
Mm-hmm. Is my cat up there yet?
No, not yet. It's still still dangling.
Oh, she's sleeping. I'll wake her up later and see what happens.
just throw the cat at it.
Yeah. I mean,
I think that game would have been wild on the Virtual Boy. But be that as it may, wow, a lot of kudos, a lot of accolades for Resident Evil 2.
Yeah, definitely a lot of kudos, and I have a few more things I just want to throw at you. A couple of fun facts about the game. So Resident Evil 2's story specifically has actually expanded outside of the video game itself. There are comic books based on the Resident Evil 2 story.
Okay.
There are novels that were written based off of that story.
Yes.
Drama albums.
The hell's a drama album?
Well, think of a radio album.
Really? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. There are drama albums that were released, and then there was a radio drama show about Resident Evil 2.
Really?
Probably in Japan. I'm guessing in Japan.
I was gonna say, because radio dramas fell off, after the Second World War. It feels like.
Exactly. What do you think we're doing right now?
It's a podcast, not a drama.
But there are podcasts out there that do drama.
This is true.
So.
I want to go back real quick to the books. I started reading that Resident Evil series. They were small. They were like maybe 200 pages or so. Maybe they were short novels. But I remember I must have gotten.
I'm surprised you read a book that long.
Thank you. When I used to take the train to work, I actually read through a lot of books on the train. I'd go through like a book a week or a book every 2 weeks if it was long enough. I mean, honestly, some of the best novels I read, and I read all.
Well, that used to be my prime reading time when I lived in New York too. It was always on the train.
Right on the train. I mean, some of the best, just Batman, No Man's Land, and it was all comic books.
Oh yes, that was great.
Like actual novels, not graphic novels, actual novels. And,
like actual words, no pictures.
I could have used the pictures, but Resident Evil had a series. I probably got into like the 5th book or so. I think there was like 7 or 8 of them. Don't hold me to that, but they were really, really good. I kind of want to go back and check those out again.
You should. All right. Maybe what we should do for one episode is you just sit in front of the camera and read one of the books.
It's like Andy Kaufman reading The Grapes of Wrath, I think.
Yeah. So. Just a few other fun facts about this. There was a Japanese commercial filmed for Resident Evil 2 in Japan.
Okay, makes sense.
2 things about this that I thought were funny. One of the actors in the Japanese commercial was Brad Renfro. Figure that out.
Why is that name sound familiar?
He was in a bunch of films. Apt Pupil is the one that always comes to mind for me.
Oh, yes. Okay, I know who you're talking about. I know exactly who you're talking about.
But it was also directed by George A. Romero. Now, if you don't know whose name that is, you really don't know anything about the undead. George A. Romero is the originator of Night of the Living Dead. He is the reason why we have a zombie genre.
Absolutely.
The
cover of Dead Rising, the first game, actually says... This game is not based on George A. Romero's films because Dead Rising takes place inside of a mall. So
yes, that is correct. And Dawn of the Dead is notorious for taking place inside of a mall. Yeah. Albert Wesker, who was the villain in the first Resident Evil game, was actually supposed to appear as the final boss in Resident Evil 2, but they scrapped the idea.
Oh, okay.
So that was one thing. In early concepts of the game, Leon was supposed to have his own bloodhound.
Oh.
But they never wound up moving forward with that.
Okay.
In the Japanese version, Biohazard 2, the death scene animations were censored because they were considered too violent.
Oh, wow.
So basically, if you play the Japanese version, the screen just fades to black, and you only have sound effects, and it says you died. In the Western version, there's some more graphic. There's more graphic to that screen.
It's funny depending on which way you go, who gets what censored.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah, it's crazy.
Resident Evil 2 was also originally supposed to have another surviving member of the Raccoon Police Department in the game named Roy. He was also in the concept phase. They wound up scrapping him.
Oh, Roy.
I know. Another cool thing is that, and I actually did this because I remember hearing about this, so I tried it in the game after I beat it. But if you run to the Raccoon City Police Department, because when the game first starts, you're outside and you have to get to the police department, the building. If you run to the police department in normal mode without picking up any items, you actually get a special zombie that shows up wearing a yellow vest and camouflage pants in the back alley.
Oh.
And the zombie is Brad Vickers. And if you don't know who Brad Vickers is, he was the helicopter pilot from the first Resident Evil.
Oh.
When the helicopter went down.
Yeah.
So it's a cool little Easter egg that you can find.
That's cool.
Yeah. Claire Redfield is Chris Redfield's brother. Chris Redfield was one of the main characters in the first Resident Evil, him and Jill Valentine. If you look carefully, Claire's jacket in Resident Evil 2 has a logo that says "Made in Heaven." And that's actually a logo on one of Chris's alternate outfits in the first game.
Oh, okay.
So just connect the brother and sister a little bit.
Yeah.
I told you before that there was a radio drama about it. So Resident Evil 2 story was continued in 2 non-canon radio dramas exclusive to Japan.
Okay.
And they were called, and I'm not going to say the Japanese names because that will kill me. They were called Sherry, the Little Runaway, based on Claire's, the little girl Sherry that Claire finds throughout the game.
Wasn't that a song?
And
You're a little runaway.
Maybe. Well, that Bon Jovi, she's a little runaway.
All right, and then I'm
not
thinking
Sherry.
Sherry. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, and that's another song by Steve Perry. And then the other radio drama was called Ada, the Female Spy is Alive, based off of Ada Wong, who was the secondary character in Leon's story.
Yep.
So, and then let's see, what else do I want to tell you guys? Oh, normally in the Star's office, this is like a really interesting little Easter egg. I don't know who thought to put this in, but when you go into the Star's office in the Raccoon Police Department, the office that belonged to Albert Wesker, there's a desk on the leftmost side that you can search.
We'll let that go.
What happened?
My phone's ringing. It's okay.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Keep it going.
Nobody cares. So in the Star's office, there's a desk on the leftmost side that you can search. Now, when you search it, it says that somebody else has searched it already. However, should you decide, and I don't know who would ever think to do this, should you decide to try searching that desk 50 times in a row, 50, you can obtain a roll of film that when you develop it in the photo lab, because there's a photo lab in the game, it shows a photo of Rebecca Chambers from Resident Evil 1 wearing a basketball outfit, and the picture says recruit on it.
Ooh, interesting. So,
yeah, but
that's,
yeah, I don't know how you get there, but you get there. Yeah, I don't know who would I would love to know who figured that out first.
I think it's just one of those things. It's like, let's just throw it in there for fun, and
and then let's just tell people, because I can't imagine anybody sitting there playing a game saying, I'm just going to search this 50 times until something comes out.
You never know. I mean, you never know.
Yeah, but anyway, that's all I have to say about Resident Evil 2, which was actually quite a lot. Yeah. One of my it would definitely be on my top 100, no question. Probably in my top 25 of games, like favorite games of all time.
Yep.
So you definitely want to go check out Resident Evil 2. whether you are a retro gamer, and you can download the original version all over the place. So if you really are a true retro gamer, go and play the original, or buy the new version that's out on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, or PC, and that is this week's Retro Spotlight. All right, Larry, it is time for this week's Cheat of the Week.
Ooh,
and
right.
And since we did a Retro Spotlight on Resident Evil 2, the original version on the Sony PlayStation, I thought it would just make sense to give a cheat for Resident Evil 2.
Makes sense. I wonder if it'll work in the demo.
I don't think it'll work in the demo. This is specific to the original game.
Fair enough.
So, and it's a cool little cheat. I don't know if it's a cheat or an Easter egg, but it's something really cool. There is a way for you to shoot at the camera in Resident Evil 2. Did you know this?
Really?
Yes. So you can actually turn around and shoot at the screen.
Oh, that's cool.
And in order to do this, what you do is you go. First off, you have to use the shotgun. No other weapon will work. So you're going to shoot the screen with your shotgun. Mm-hmm. What you do is you go to the outside area in the basement where two dogs jump down from the fence.
There's always those dogs. Okay.
Yeah. Quickly stand with your back facing the manhole and walk forward until the camera angle changes. Because if you remember, the camera angle automatically changes.
Yeah.
Now, as soon as the camera angle changes, draw your weapon and shoot the shotgun. And what will happen is bullet holes will appear on your screen.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's just a cool little hidden Easter egg type of thing. It's not really a cheat. It's more of an Easter egg. Yeah. But it's something fun you can do with the original Resident Evil 2. I had no idea that existed, so I think it's just kind of cool.
Yeah.
So if you go back and play Resident Evil 2, grab your shotgun and shoot the camera, and that is this week's Cheat of the Week.
All right, so we're going to do something a little special here for you today. Actually, we kind of did this before. Well, I did it with the PlayStation Classic, but now Anthony is going to demo for us Resident Evil 2 one-shot demo.
Absolutely. So I didn't buy Resident Evil 2 yet, but I'm planning on doing it. So we thought it would be kind of fun just to, because the one-shot demo I think has like the first 30 minutes of the game, right?
Something like that. Or no, it's I think just 30 minutes of demo.
Oh, just 30 minutes of demo.
Exactly,
All right, so we're going to start this up just to, for those of you who are watching our show on YouTube, you'll get to obviously see this in all its glory. Or if you're listening to the podcast, you can listen to whatever we hear in the demo, and Larry and myself commentate on it.
Oh, yeah.
So here we go. Yes, we can close Dead by Daylight.
Another wonderful game.
Yes, I am obsessed with that game. It's already prettier than everything I've seen.
Oh, yeah, no, this remake, it's been touted for its graphical overhaul. That's one of the beauties of this game is the graphics.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, there was no question about it. If you saw any of the previews for it, just amazing. And, of course, the Capcom logo still looks exactly the same. Never changed. I love that.
It's a classic.
That it is. Do we want it in English?
See if you can put it in the Queen's English.
Sound output device. TD?
Sure.
Probably
Let's see if this messes with everything that we're doing.
All right, we'll see. Adjust value until the pattern is just barely visible.
I hate this. This never works properly for any game.
Sure. Oh, God.
It's always like too dark.
Let's do that. Adjust value until the... What? When did this start happening?
It's always been like that for these games. Right now we're adjusting the brightness levels. Oh, what is this? Oh, Resident Evil.
I agree.
All right.
What?
All right, now I guess you're online now.
Okay, well then here we go.
Resident Evil 2.
I used to love that in the original version when they had the little voiceover. Let's see if it happens. Ready? Nope.
Scary enough, though.
All right, here we go. Yes, I know the game will differ from the demo. All right, I'll read this since there's actual text. It was supposed to be a short break for Leon S. Kennedy. I love how he has a middle initial. Just one last pit stop at a gas station on the outskirts of town when the rookie cop found himself surrounded in a sea of zombies. Along with a newfound friend, Claire Redfield, Leon managed to escape to Raccoon City only for an accident to split them apart. Deftly navigating through the perilous streets, Leon has made his way to the city's police station, but has he really made it to safety?
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun. And there's a typewriter on the bottom.
Stupid typewriter.
Oh, we're jumping right in here.
Wow. This looks... Are you in the mansion? Oh, no. You're in the thing. Okay.
No, I'm in the police department. Wow. Look, a typewriter.
These are some wild graphics.
Got some... Yeah, I mean, these look amazing. All right, I'm looking at a computer. Oh, I'm already moving the story forward.
Look at this.
There's someone here.
Yes, there has to be someone here. Uh-oh, zombies!
Checking out some surveillance footage.
I'm sorry, even though this may have taken place in the 90s... Oh, he found a way out. Even though this took place in the 90s, you should already know to put, shoot zombies in the head.
Unless it takes the Walking Dead approach, where like no one knows the term zombies.
Right, that's true. Walkers.
Yeah. Texas Ranger.
I gotta find that guy. Why? Well, maybe he thought he was cute. Oh, look, here's a chest.
Okay.
I don't want to put Matilda, my handgun, away. Definitely want to keep that.
Poor Matilda. Can you
I know. R is to view map, it said, I believe. Oh, wait. There's aiming. I'm assuming R trigger is the shoot button.
Probably.
How do I run? There we
go.
I just started running.
So right now, Anthony's kind of checking everything out here. Yep, come up to a...
Uh-oh. Keep out.
To a door. Uh-oh.
I don't listen. Let's see. Do I crawl?
Keep away, dead inside. No, you should be able to interact with that.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Now, I'm gonna die.
You're gonna crawl. Ooh. Oh.
This looks amazing.
Yeah, they said the graphics were very the gore was what they call it, wet. Very wet.
Wet.
Yes.
Okay.
And you can already see the shine on the blood that's all over the walls.
Yeah, look at this. The detail is insane. Wow. Oh, look, there's a keypad here on the... Or something here on the...
Is this your first puzzle?
Yep. I apparently need a fuse to get that sucker to work. Or do I take the... Or am I taking that fuse? Nope.
I think you need a fuse.
I need a fuse.
Oh, no, go back. Does it say examine? Go back.
Uh-huh. Examine. Oh, I'm examining.
Okay, never mind. Wow, look at that. Even with the graphics of the flashlight and everything, it's very eerie.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you do have a bit of a feel of the original Resident Evil game. Resident Evil 2.
Oh, can't open that door.
Man, this is...
Oh, what if I pull the fire alarm? You think something will happen?
Anything like Left 4 Dead?
Oh God, Left 4 Dead. I love that game. I'm still mad at Jonathan for what he did.
So many times. Wow, the eeriness of these halls.
It's really creepy.
If you play this game, you may need a second set of pants.
Well, you do.
Well, hey, listen, that Resident Evil remake on GameCube scared the hell out of me.
Ooh, hold.
Uh-oh.
Pushing the filing cabinet.
That's cool.
Come on, you're strong.
Hooga. Does it... Because sometimes we're going to lose a little bit of the graphics because of how it's broadcasting, and then we got it on Skype through OBS, and then finally to YouTube. So we're going to lose
the graphics are so sharp.
And what about the fluidity of the controls?
Everything's fine. Like here, if you watch, I'll just like cut into running really quickly from walking. It's really smooth.
Wow. Okay. Very good.
Yeah, and the controls are very familiar. Like in other words, like I naturally went to the buttons that work. You know.
Okay.
Like L trigger is to aim. I'm assuming R trigger is to shoot.
I mean that's
like that.
Yeah, that's pretty standard.
Pretty standard.
Yeah.
Creepy bathroom. Uh-oh.
Yep, choose a stall.
What do I hear? Do I have to go number 2?
This stall is clear.
Oh, I found a first aid spray.
There you go.
Very nice.
How about any quote-unquote herbs?
I haven't found a herb yet. Oh, but this toilet's overflowing. Can you see that?
Oh, hey.
Somebody definitely clogged that guy. Let's get out of here.
You rude
Smells.
zombies.
That's next. They need to put in video games. Like you have to be able, like you're able to smell them. So this water. Actually, you know what? It makes sense now. If you look on the floor, there's water.
Oh yeah,
see it?
yeah, yep. See, like these new like reflective.
Oh, got a body.
Oh, is it moving?
No, but I just called him Jesus.
Jesus.
That's Walking Dead. Totally different. What we got going?
Ooh.
Hurry! Open up! Open this goddamn door!
I'll get there. You wait.
Inner voice. Only knows the door.
Or was it this door?
Probably that one.
Nope.
No, go back. Go back. You just didn't interact with it.
I did. I pushed it, but it wouldn't open.
Oh, okay.
Where the? I hear lots of noise.
Keep going in there?
Oh, this door.
I'll get you out! Please! Give me real space!
I have a feeling we're not helping you.
I'll take that.
Uh-oh.
Too late.
Yeah, it's fine, though. He gave me what I needed.
Hang in there while you're being separated by the
Oh!
midsection. Ooh!
Oh, man.
Oh, baby. Yeah, this is a must-buy.
Yeah, this is definitely, I think graphic may be an understatement.
I don't remember the first Resident Evil remake being this graphic.
Look at that.
Whoa, man. That is some Tom Savini level quality there.
Well, good for Leon for recovering quickly enough to read the notebook. So, goddess statue, parking.
Book,
okay, so here's a puzzle.
Oh, it's his 12-year-old drew.
Oh, look, and look, he drew stuff. Look, a unicorn and a lion's head. I'm assuming these are the items you need for that puzzle. See the goddess statue puzzle?
Oh, yeah.
That opens to underground. I'm assuming these are the clues. Like, you need
How the hell does a unicorn come into play?
a lion, a ram, and a unicorn, or a harp, and a dove.
It's like the Chronicles of Narnia.
It really is. Yeah, I feel like I am in Narnia. But look, the dove is carrying an herb. Dove can cure me. So just so it's clear, this guy died to hand me a notebook.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, draw on fire, draw on fire, draw on fire.
No.
Hello.
Uh-oh.
I got bit.
Yes, you did, and he's still moving. Ooh, nice shot. Anthony now starting to unload. The zombie's still moving. He's down, but he's crawling.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Headshot.
Hey.
No, still going. Double tap. That.
You dead?
Oh, that was cool. So basically, just to describe to the.
Oh, language.
That's okay.
Sorry.
Don't worry. After the zombie got shot in the back of the head, but he slowly came to a stop, which kind of makes sense.
Oh.
Oh, what? Oh no, never mind. He's still going. He's still alive.
All right, I'm about to die.
It's only a half hour of gameplay. You can't die this quickly.
Yes, I can.
Oh my god. And of course, the darkness don't help. How do you?
Oh, come on. I'm so dead.
Leon Kennedy's just getting literally ripped to shreds.
I only have one bullet left. Oh, I got two of them
another
on me.
one. Yep, that's it.
Oh, I'm so done.
That is creepy. You're just up close and personal with the zombie. You are dead.
So I am dead.
That is, all right.
Let's see.
Switch to assisted game mode.
I do not need assistance.
Let's maybe do it for the demo.
No. I am stubborn.
It was supposed to be a short break for Leon S. Oh, okay, we already went through this.
No, we already went through this, and I died miserably.
Yeah.
Well,
is this guy
you know
gonna
what?
die again?
No, you know what? I'm going to play it smart this time, or a little smarter. I'm gonna go see if I can find more bullets. Because apparently I suck at this.
I thought you had 16 more.
I thought I did too.
How do you reload?
I don't know. I didn't get that far. I died. Oh, how do you reload? That's a good question.
Triangle?
Square.
Okay. Yeah, see, now you have 15 bullets left. So you have 12 plus 15.
Right.
So go back in there and start shooting.
Well, I tried shooting those guys, and they killed me lots.
Clearly you're going to take more than one bullet.
Apparently. Oh, here's a door.
The eerie level of this
Yes.
is very much off the page right now.
Yeah, it's insane. Like I'm creeped out. What's in here?
Like, do you?
Oh, I didn't look in here before.
Oh, look at this mess.
Yeah.
Do you or do you not play this at like 1 o'clock in the morning with the lights out?
Oh, you most certainly have to. It's the only way to play this. I feel badly right now that I'm playing it in the daytime.
Is that the courtroom?
Yeah, I guess it's where you give the
like the press conferences.
Yeah, press conferences and the briefings. There's a doorbell here. I should definitely press this. Oh, light.
Oh, there you go.
All right, so now I'm walking around the press room. A lot of empty boxes and stuff. There's got to be something here to find. You know?
Boombox. This is definitely a remake from the 90s.
Yeah, all right, so what if I stand... Look, I would like to address all of you today.
Today. I consider myself. The deadest man.
Oh, here we go.
In Raccoon City. So.
Very nice.
More bullets.
Thank you.
There you go.
That's what I needed. I forgot that you got to look at you got to go to the bodies to get bullets and stuff because they're cops. All right, let's go back now that I have enough bullets.
Can you interact with all the red lights in there?
No.
Okay.
Oh, this is locked.
Oh.
All right, so here's a dead cop. Of course, he came to life before. What's up? Window. Now this is where the guy jumps out after, and this guy pops up after. So let's go. All right, so let's go. Let's go watch that guy get ripped in half again.
All right. For your viewing pleasure.
I feel bad for this guy because his whole purpose in life is to get ripped in half over and over again, and to give me a notebook with unicorns in it. Poor guy.
Oh, spoiler alert! He gets killed.
Well, I will give this a leg up immediately, not just on the graphics themselves, but on the voice acting so far. Because if anybody remembers the voice acting from the original Resident Evil games, they were really bad.
Yeah, they were definitely showing the times.
Yes. They were like Madonna acting level bad.
Oh, wow.
Just saying.
Fair enough.
Sorry, Madonna. I know you're not listening.
Look at all those guts.
All right, so here we go. I got my book again. Oh, God, here we go. I know what happened last time.
Oh, boy.
Draw on fire. I'm pressing L2, R2. Let's go.
I think you got to do it before he starts biting you.
Come on.
And you got to shoot him.
I think it just goes through the motion of him.
Oh, you have some sort of meter that pops up on the left-hand side when you get bit. I think it's like your panic meter.
Yes. Come in.
Nice shot. There you go. Right between the eyes.
Come on, that was a headshot. Die this time. Oh, you dead?
That is a heck of a death scene.
Yeah, I knew you weren't dead, you liar.
Oh, look at this. It takes a lot to get through that skull.
What the hell? I'm reloading.
That's weird. Yeah, these guys are taking a lot of punishment.
The door closed on me.
The zombie's like, can you please stop shooting me? There you go.
No, it's interacting with him because he's in the way.
And we're in an infinite loop. The other one just came through the window, I think. Nope, there he goes. He's sitting up.
Oh, come on, that was a headshot. You're done.
That was a nice shot.
Nice.
I love how they die again.
They die so naturally. It's crazy.
Like the physics of a human body falling over, after it's already in the middle of decay.
Yeah, like look, I did some damage to this guy.
Holy cow. So it's not really a one-shot, No,
you definitely have to shoot them a number of times.
Yep.
All right, that's locked. I need to make my way back to the main hall according to the last thing. Oh, what's that? Oh, that's just water.
Aqua. Portfolio.
All right, I'm already freaking out. Who's scary? Oh, freak.
Oh, man.
Go away.
Let's just take a moment to listen to the game for a moment. Wow. This is nuts.
Music is ridiculously.
How does this thing look in 4K? I need to know.
See, I don't even have 4K. Uh-oh. Oh, fat guy!
Whoa!
Oh, fat guy!
Fat guy in an over.
Oh, and he's hungry.
That's rude, and, was that the same guys before?
Yes!
Maybe you're supposed to... Maybe
Oh,
you're
man.
supposed to run.
I split his head in half.
Maybe that's the only way to really stop him.
I don't know. All I know is that I have like 7 bullets left.
Do you have a melee weapon?
I don't see any.
All right.
All right, that was crazy. Okay. Is this back to the main? No. I already don't remember how to get back to the main friggin' room. Oh, somebody's coming, and I don't have the bullets for it. Bye!
No, that's the press.
Oh, I'm in the press room. Oh, fatty!
Oh, nice shot.
All right,
Down
stay
he
down.
went. Like he was face first in a tub of donuts.
Hell yeah. All right, here we go.
Oh, you got it? Okay. Uh-oh.
Come on, that wasn't closed before. Of course.
Uh-oh.
This guy just won't die. Oh, somebody save me.
Oh. Clear?
Oh!
Oh, nice. Head smashed with the gate. Marvin Barry.
That was intense. Yeah. I think Leon Kennedy's the only character who can get bit 100 times and not turn into a zombie.
I'm sure you did what you could do when it comes to flesh-eating zombies. All right, so now they're starting to go into the story, basically the...
Yep.
I was supposed to start last week, and I got a call to stay away. I wish I'd come here sooner.
Oh, yeah, I forgot he's a rookie cop.
It's a hell of a first month on the job.
I was like talking about trial by fire.
Yeah.
Ew, don't get blood on my notebook. Yeah, he's dead. There are 2 of him now.
Like a starfish. So we got to go where this giant thumbprint is.
Yep.
Lieutenant, I'm not just going to leave you here.
I'm giving you an order, rookie. You save yourself first. I'd come with you, but I just slow you down.
I got bit in the neck 4 times.
I think your flesh wound.
I think your little flesh wound is fine. Ooh, he's giving me a lightsaber.
There you go. Just so people are aware, you may see a little bit of a delay between the audio and the actual video footage. That's just because of the translation between OBS and then Skype and everything. This is obviously not in the game itself.
Oh, sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
I keep forgetting about the delay. I'm commenting on things as I see.
No, it's a very short delay, but when you see and hear them talk, you can see it. So
right, but by now you all know I have a lightsaber.
yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Combat knife. All right, ready, slash. Got it. I'm going to need that since I'm down to 6 bullets.
Well, there's your melee weapon.
All right, so ready sub-weapon. L1. Oh, great. So you can switch from the gun to the knife without having to go into your inventory.
Oh, that's good.
See? Gun. Knife.
Good. Now leave this guy and get the hell out of there.
Yeah, bye, Marvin.
Listen to this.
Ooh. Oh, here's those 3 things.
Oh.
We're in the book. And here's the goddess statue.
Yeah.
See? Find 3 medallions.
Ah, interesting. But I also told you to try and find the underground.
Well, to get to the underground, you have to go through there. That's what's in the
okay.
book.
I gotcha.
So we need some medallions. All right. So where does one find medallions? Let's see. Haha, umbrella.
Want. Get it?
I'm still funny. Oh, let's go in here.
That's a new room.
Oh, I couldn't.
Oh, wow.
I couldn't do that before without the knife. Because removing tape is too complicated.
You have those, long nails.
I imagine my first day.
No, I'm sure it isn't, Leon. Ooh, herb. Yeah.
Smoke if you got him.
Oh, how awesome would that be if in the middle of this he just started smoking up?
There you go, more ammo.
Hell, I would be. Jesus.
Isn't Raccoon City in Colorado?
It's a mountain city, so
Okay,
I mean,
so
I guess you can assume it is.
We'll call it Colorado.
I don't trust anything. Dogs are going to jump out of windows.
Ugh.
Hey, look, another dark, creepy hallway.
Do you automatically switch to your
The flashlight comes on by itself,
Okay.
which is also great. I hate having to control that. Oh, 73 bird for rescue. Oh, this guy's dead.
For how long?
Oh. We're taking a look at this corpse.
Oof.
Wow.
And half its head is missing. Wow. All right. So we got some.
Very cool. You get the face, like the tendons hanging and everything. Oh.
Ooh.
Wow. What happened to you, pal?
That's an impaling right through the mouth.
Yeah, now, do you have any bullets on you? Oh!
Did you just... Oh, it fell?
Yeah. Okay, now, do you have any bullets on you? There's a clover on this door, which means I need a clover key.
Or just shove the herbs in there.
I'll make the keyhole really high. I hear noise.
There's a window open and some of the police tape just flailing in the wind.
Oh, it's raining outside. That's what I'm hearing. All right, what's a guy got to do to get himself some medallions? Look, did I walk by a door? Uh-oh. Oh. Hi. You can stay there.
Sorry, we don't want any.
Yeah, I gave it the blood bank. Thank you. Should I shoot it through the window?
Can you?
Let's see.
What the hell?
That's going to cause a problem. Ooh!
Yeah.
There you go.
No, you're dead.
Hit him with the knife.
I will kill you.
Stabby, stabby.
Oh, L1. Oh, nice.
There you go.
Oh, come on.
All right, maybe it's not the best weapon to use.
I am in danger mode. Well, she's got my knife in her chest, so...
Oh, does she? I didn't even see that. So not only that, she's stealing your stuff. That's not cool.
I know. Thief. Die.
There you go.
Are you dead?
Nope. Yes? Yes.
All right, can I have my knife back?
Oh, looks like you can. Yep.
Yeah, so that's kind of cool. When you stab them, you lose your knife.
For a moment, but then you can retrieve it.
Yes. Really, really cool.
These creepy hallways. They look like...
These hallways are freaking me out.
You ever been like in an old building in in New York City somewhere?
Oh, wait. I have herb.
Oh, yeah.
I will take herb.
And use it.
All right, that made me a little bit better.
All
oh,
right,
what's
went from red to orange.
Weapons locker key card.
There you go.
Need that.
Oh, you also have that health spray.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Oh, some more ammo.
Very good.
Definitely need that.
No tape yet.
No medallion. No tape. Oh, a record of events. I will skip this for now because I don't feel like reading. And then we have, let's see, police station map. All right, I got the first floor.
All right.
And I've been through quite a few. Oh, I wonder if there's a safety deposit room, and I wonder if the safety deposit room has the medallion.
I'm sure that's one of them.
It should have at least one. Now, granted, they're not going to all be in the same room. No. Oh, what's up there? Oh, I can climb.
Ooh.
Air vent. Air duct. All right, let me see if there's anything else here I want to grab. I don't think so. Oh, look, another podium. These people like making speeches.
7 years ago.
Okay.
Oh,
ooh,
my.
Lincoln zombie.
Yeah, I don't know why Kennedy was doing Lincoln, but all right. Up to the window you go. Now you're in.
Hey, it's a friend. Another fat cop.
Is he trying to raid the vending machine?
I think so.
Come on, Chubbs. You gotta help us fat guys. We're not always looking for food.
Even in death, the search for food continues.
Maybe it's a steak medallion you need to look
Uh-oh. Another guy.
Yeah, it's like you gotta be careful when you're walking by every dead body. You never know what's gonna come up.
Yeah, you never know which one's going to jump up.
There's a safety deposit room.
Oh, good. I'm going to go in the safety deposit room after I search Fatty. Nope. Can't search Fatty. Oh, he was going after the vending machine.
See? Come on.
Ah!
Up.
Now he's going to eat me.
Oh, boy. I love how they stagger. And
I know, it's awesome. All right, let's go in the safety deposit room. Never mind.
No, that wasn't it.
Oh, where was it?
Keep turning. Oh, there. To the left. Other side.
Ah!
Right there. But I only get a key for it. Oh, never mind.
It opened. Enter locker number. I don't know. Ah, there's stuff in each one.
Oh, look at that.
Safety deposit room's got a ton. Oh, it's got some film.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Oh, it's got bullets. Oh,
Very
what's this
cool.
guy?
Weapons locker.
Oh, I have a key card
You do.
for the weapons locker. Ooh, baby.
Oh,
Hello,
boy.
shotgun.
Sawed-off shotgun.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, buddy.
All right. I need me some more shotgun bullets.
Oh, there's
though.
more lockers. See what's in there. What the hell is that?
All right, 208.
Oh, okay.
Now I wonder if I put the locker number in, if it just opens.
Yeah, probably will.
Uh-oh. Oh, fuck. I'm not gonna have time to switch my.
Can you?
Weapon.
You have some shells though. Can you quickly load it?
I don't know how to switch quickly enough before dying.
Right.
So let me
Down he goes. Down
There we go.
goes Frazier.
equip, combine.
No, I
Quit.
think you just reload. There you go.
I dare you to get up. I will blow your head off.
Bite your head off, man.
Yes, this will be awesome. All right, let's do 208. Oh, there's no 2 and there's no 3.
No, you can still hit him.
No.
Oh,
you need
gotta
to find
the button.
You got to find the buttons in order to do that. But you can open. Oh well, see, it's 102, 103. I can open 106 and 109.
Okay.
I believe. So let's do that. All right, 106. Nice. So yeah, it's all part of progression.
All right, very cool.
And then 109 to get the bullets. Oh, that's not 109. 109. All right. And let's grab those puppies. I got film.
Oh, so it's saving the game now. Oh, that's right. The first game, I think, was a typewriter. The second one was film, wasn't it?
Maybe. Oh, he's not dead yet. All right, let's fix that.
I think we need.
And I got the nice little sawed-off shotgun I can play with.
Looked like something just pulled him back.
No, I think he was just getting up. Oh, I think I'm out of time.
Thank you for playing.
Okay, but 30 minutes of gameplay. I gotta say, this is absolutely outstanding. Definitely a must-own. No question about it.
Awesome.
What do you think?
Oh, I want it. I must have it.
Yes, we definitely. Everybody friggin' needs this game.
Oh yeah.
So that was our 30 minutes of gameplay of the new, remade Resident Evil 2. We hope you guys enjoyed watching it or listening to it. So that's Resident Evil 2. Larry, it is time for this week's Retro Birthdays.
Oh, it's a birthday. Something happy after going through that scary demo.
Yeah, especially after going through the Raccoon Police Department and, scaring the crap out of everybody. We're going to celebrate some birthdays. Now,
Happy birthday.
I already mentioned during my Retro Spotlight that Resident Evil 2 is 21 years old. Came out January 21st, 1998. So, happy 21st birthday to that one. But there are 3 other games I wanted to give a shout out to for this retro birthday. The first one is celebrating its 20th birthday. Came out in 1999, and it was the topic or the focus of our live streaming for the month of January with Josh at Victims and Villains and Dallas at Geek Devotions. So happy 20th birthday to Castlevania on the N64.
Ooh. Okay. Rough
Unfortunately, not the best Castlevania in the series by a long shot.
Yep.
But a happy 20th birthday to Castlevania on the N64 nonetheless.
Okay.
We are also going to wish a happy 20th birthday. Also came out same time in 1999. Another iconic survival horror series, Silent Hill, is celebrating its 20th birthday.
20. Holy cow.
20 years of Silent Hill.
And another one, a fairly decent movie. An okay movie, the first one.
Yeah, the first movie was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so happy 20th birthday to Silent Hill. And last but not least, I will never miss an opportunity to laud praise at this game. It was released in Japan this week in 1997, which makes it a cool 22 years old. The iconic Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, wow. Yeah. The original, as we desperately wait for the remake.
I know, which I think the remake's now been pushed back to the end of this year. Like, this thing's never coming out. I don't know when. It's just never coming out. But a very happy birthday, 22nd birthday, to Final Fantasy VII. By far my favorite Final Fantasy, if not my favorite RPG of all time. And that is this week's Retro Birthdays.
Happy birthday. All right, so we're going to start to bring this one to a close.
Yes, we are.
That honestly, Resident Evil 2, as much as I'm going to have to wait for it to go on sale, that is a must-buy.
Yeah, no question about it. And I will probably wait for it to go on sale because, as much as I want to play it immediately, I have so many other games in my backlog that I need to play, specifically Spider-Man for the PlayStation 4. I need to sit down and play that.
Well, I picked up the Kingdom Hearts, the story so far.
That's right.
9 games in this one, so...
I still have to play Kingdom Hearts 2. That's the other thing, because Kingdom Hearts 3 now comes out, today.
Basically, yeah. Now, speaking of prices, though, I do want to make mention. I saw this article, and I thought to myself, comic books, sports, like baseball cards, football cards, everything gets graded nowadays. How in pristine condition it is. And video games, even especially in-box video games, are now being graded and sold at these auctions for now high prices because they have kind of the backing of a grading. You know, a grading just almost makes or breaks anything nowadays.
Yeah, as somebody who comes from a comic book centric world, and I'm a comic book collector, and that's a big thing in that world. As soon as you get them graded, it immediately ups the price.
Well, listen to this. Place called Heritage Auctions is starting to sell vintage video games. And a company called Wata Games, W-A-T-A, Wata Games, is starting to grade these NES games in box. Mm-hmm. And I just want to go over some of the prices here because it's almost shocking how much some of this sells for, even with a grade. I mean, to be fair, and I just want to mention, like for your birthday, and I'm very happy I was able to get it for you. I got you that Legend of Zelda in-box game,
which I am forever grateful for. It's amazing.
It's awesome. I'm not going to say it's mint, but it's in really good condition.
It's in fantastic condition.
Yeah, absolutely. But I didn't pay anywhere near what I'm about to go over here. So Heritage Auctions on January 13th of this year ran their first graded and certified collectible video games.
Okay.
One of the top fetching games was, and it goes without any surprise, The Legend of Zelda on the NES. Now, it was in box, sealed.
Oh, sealed, okay.
Yep. Wata Games graded it a 9.4, which is considered a B+.
Wait a minute. It was sealed and only a 9.4?
Yeah, well, here's the I mean, looking at it here, pulling up a photo, it's got, even when sealed, it's got, I'm sure the corners probably a little dinged up a little bit and stuff like that. Now, I don't know how they know this if it's still sealed, but this is the 3-screw cart. What happened was, later on in the history of Nintendo video games, the NES, how they put the carts together went a little, like they had the 3 screws. I don't know if it was like a 2-screw or a 4-screw before that, but they changed it a little bit so you know what kind of game it is or when it came out. Now, also, this isn't the original run Zelda. This is the classic series, kind of like today's Player's Choice.
Okay.
Where they re-release games and they sell them for cheaper. So it's got that box to it.
Got it.
But still, a 9.4, sealed version, sold for $3,360.
Oh, please. I'm sorry, that's insane.
So that was the top seller. The second highest seller was in-box Excite Bike.
Okay.
Now, this one I don't
sealed?
Sealed. It was an 8.5. Oh, okay, I get it. So what happens is there's 2 gradings. There's the overall grading, I guess, for the box, and a seal rating, which whatever that means, because this Excite Bike game was graded an 8.5, but the seal rating was an A. So maybe it meant, maybe the seal was, on the Zelda game, maybe had some holes in it. You know what I mean?
Possibly.
You know what I mean?
And sometimes the shrink wrap isn't, really, tight either. It's a little bit loose, and maybe they rate that. I don't know.
And this is...
They'll rate everything, apparently, now.
It's crazy how in detail they go. The copy was a revision game because it had the round seal quality, which indicated that it was a later revision of the title, but still original sealed. That sold for $1,140.
Wow.
Now, some other games real quick to go through, and some of the ratings here average about an 8 to an 8.5, but I'm just going to run through these real quick. There's 7 other games that were in this Heritage auction. So, real quick, and this is all NES. Dragon Warriors, graded an 8.5 with an A seal rating, $660.
Okay, crazy.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, 8.5, complete in box. So I guess that's completely different than some of the other.
So open. It was open.
Yeah, it had to have been. That's probably what that means.
Because there's no seal rating.
Yeah, $312.
Now that game I do know is a little bit rarer.
Yep.
For some reason, so I can understand those prices. It's the fact that when they're sealed that they jump so high.
And we're going to start going down in price, just if you haven't figured out already. The original Super Mario Brothers, 8.0 complete in box, $312. Wario's Woods, which I still don't understand how popular this game is. I just wasn't crazy about it. 9.4 grade with an A+ seal rating, $228. Mega Man 5. Now, this one was beat up because it was graded a 6.0, complete in box, $216.
Okay.
Super Mario Brothers 3, 6.5 grading, complete in box, $210. And finally, the original... Oh, I apologize. Not all of them were NES. This is from the Sega Master System. Double Dragon on the Sega Master System. Graded a 9.6, complete in box, $204.
Wow. It's just crazy.
Those later... Like you said, I can almost see $300 for complete in box Ninja Turtles. I can see a couple of hundred... maybe for a Double Dragon or Super Mario Brothers, but I mean $3,300 for that's not even the original run Zelda.
I know that is a little insane, and a good I'll give you a good comparison because when I was in Japan at Super Potato, one of the I think the one in Tokyo, they had a complete in-box, still sealed, Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past for Super Nintendo. Again, completely sealed, never opened, and it was $500.
Wow,
which is a lot.
But I can almost see that. Almost.
Right, and even when I look at something like I think off the list you said Super Mario Brothers 3, which was open but complete in box, $210. Now, Super Mario Brothers 3 was like a bestseller, so that means there were a ton of those made. I can't believe, I really feel like that's a high price to pay for Super Mario Brothers 3, even complete in box.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
But it looks like this, and actually you can go to Heritage Auction. Oh, here we go. Heritage Auction, which is HA.com. HA.com. In fact, I'm on their site right now, and they have a whole section of graded video games. Oh, boy. I really wish I didn't go here.
You're in trouble.
Wow, even like Wii U games. That's weird.
Interesting.
Stadium
What did
events.
you find? They have stadium events?
It's graded a 4.
Where are you looking?
HA.com.
Yeah, I'm there.
Go to departments, then comics. No, I'm sorry. No. At the homepage. Homepage. Scroll down on the homepage. Keep scrolling.
Oh, wait a minute. You know what? I'm on your news article.
I'm sorry. Yeah, go to a different... The news article was from ICV2, if you want to check that out.
Right. So where's the website?
HA.com.
HA.com.
Yep, for Heritage Auction.
Ha.com.
Yeah. Scroll about halfway down, and you'll see the video game part.
Entertainment, music...
No. Just keep going down on the homepage.
Oh, on the homepage.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
They got Wii games.
This is scary.
Oh, and they have stuff that's up on the site, but open for bidding starts later.
Yep, I see this. Spider-Man and X-Men and Arcade's Revenge. I used to love that game, and I die all the time. Current bid, $100.
And that... Oh, let me refresh, because I'm looking at 60.
Ooh, you can own X-Men complete in box for NES, one of the worst games of all time, for $36.
7.0 grading.
Yeah. They have got
Flash?
for you.
I don't remember the Flash on Sega Master System.
Oh, neither do I. Interesting.
9.2. X-Men on Genesis going for $106. 9.4.
I already have that complete in box, I believe. I think I still have the instruction booklet.
Let me ask you this then. As a comic book collector. Is it one thing to have the loose item and then to also have the graded item?
Yeah.
So, like, you have
Absolutely.
two, like, you know what I mean? Like, you already own X-Men for Genesis, but if you were, hypothetically, to bid on this, now you have X-Men on Genesis graded.
Oh, yeah, there's no question about that.
Okay, so you would be, again, depending on the prices, you would be open on bidding on something that you already have that's graded. I'm just curious how that mindset works.
Yeah, no, because, it's like, one for your collection and one for reading, you would do in the comic book world. Especially if you knew it was going to be like... a key issue. Yeah. So in other words, like if there's a new character being introduced, or if somebody dies in a specific comic book, you want to at least have one to collect, one to keep for your collection pristine, and then one to read.
So this stadium event, which if you're unfamiliar with, the stadium events is probably the most sought after NES game almost of all time. This one's rated a 4.5, and it goes open for bidding on February 1st.
Okay. And what is it running?
Oh, no. There's no bidding yet.
Oh, it's not open yet.
It's not open yet, yeah. But coming up soon, Chrono Trigger.
Oh, I want that.
It doesn't show a rating on it right now. Oh, it's an wow. Chrono Trigger, 9.4 A+ seal rating.
I can already tell you right now, I can't afford it.
There's a Dragon Warrior prototype.
Yep. There's also a one of my favorite movie-based games, Nightmare on Elm Street, complete in box.
They have the Star Fox Super Weekend game. I had that.
Uh-oh.
Oh, my God. Of course I don't have it anymore.
Larry, put the credit card away.
Oh, my God. I remember owning this. I ordered it through. It was I never had Star Fox on Super Nintendo. I bought this Star Fox Super Weekend, which is kind of like, like the NES.
You totally skipped over Castlevania Dracula X, by the way.
Oh, no, I saw. I was just happy. Saw that one. Yeah, they got some good the Turtles coming up.
Yeah. All right. Well, the bottom line is we just found a new website to blow all of our money on.
Wait, what's on?
Especially with this year's contest of owning the rarest item.
8.5 A+ Tetris.
Ooh.
Tengen Tetris.
Yes.
What else they got? War of the Gems. Simon's Quest. Castlevania 2.
You should definitely buy that one.
Little Ninja Brothers.
I know how much you love it.
So I'm just looking to see if there's any other
DuckTales.
Games. Oh god, I can't remember. Oh, Ghostbusters. Oofa. Wayne's World.
Yeah, Wayne's World is there. Kung Fu, Flintstones, Nightmare on Elm Street, like I said before, Adventures of Lolo.
Tracy. All right, I'm going to be coming back to visit.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. Okay, so Heritage Auctions, ha.com. If you want to buy, if you want to buy an actual graded game.
Chubby Cherub sold recently. Okay.
All right. So. moving on.
Holy Lord.
Larry, stop shopping.
Hey, those are sold already. I can't. But speaking of shopping, I do want to give one more shout out, then we're going to start to close this up. I kind of came across this on one of the groups that I'm a part of on Facebook, but on Etsy, ETSY. Also, you can find them on Instagram, MadSunshineCreations.
Okay.
Basically, like Etsy, people, make their own stuff and they sell it to the mass market. And what this couple, I think it's a couple that's doing it, out of Kansas, did was they did some 3D printing of like video game storage units, video game controller storage units. And what caught my eye, I'm going to send this link. No, I can't. But I sent you the link before we started recording, so if you click on that.
And I have not looked at it yet.
Yep, no, so open it up now.
Okay.
And we're going to put the link up on the page as well.
Ooh.
Now, there's a lot of other stuff that's not video game related, but the video game stuff, like, for example, there's this Nintendo...
The controller holders are amazing.
That's what caught my eye, and that is, if you scroll down, like, the third row, the middle one, you'll see the NES. It's the 8-bit controllers. But they also say that holder works perfectly for the Nintendo Switch Classic controllers.
Okay.
Because they're wireless. So I'm like, that's really nice.
I was going to say the only drawback to these are that you really need wireless controllers to put in these things. If you have wire, there's nowhere for the wire to go.
Unless you have an N64 controller. Look at the one right next to it.
Look at that one.
And there's a little port to plug it into.
Very nice.
Yes, admittedly, these are more designed for some of the wireless controllers, but still,
I do love that N64 one though.
You have some of the game holders, like if you have like your top 3 or 5 games that you really love.
Yep, I see. Yeah, the ones you play the most, you can just have out.
The Nintendo Switch cart holder, and they're all 3D printed. But they're really.
But still, I can definitely see myself spending money on these.
Yeah, no, they got some. This guy, they have some cool stuff. Again, check them out. Etsy, Mad Sunshine Creations.
Yeah, they have decals for your laptop.
That as well. Yep. And when I do get that Nintendo, and you can play around with the color scheme. Like you can, depending on your base color, then the color of the Nintendo logo, you can change it up a little bit.
I do. I really like the one where you can hold like 3 or 4 games. Yeah,
those are really...
four, or you have an option, 4 or 6.
Yep, they have them for PS3, PS4, NES, and N64. I think they have one for Super Nintendo as well. Yeah, Super NES
wow.
as well. Yeah.
The NES one, you can choose up to 10.
Oh, there you go. And relatively priced, not bad at all. So, and you can play around with the color scheme.
Yeah, really cool.
Yep. So, again, just wanted to give that shout out. Mad Sunshine Creations. Definitely check them out. Let him know the Retro Gamers sent you. You're not going to get a discount, but at least he'll know he's getting traffic.
Exactly.
And with that, I think it's time to bring this episode to a close. This was a good one. This was fun.
This one was a lot of fun. It was actually my first time while we were recording that I actually got to play a game, which was cool.
Yeah, maybe we'll try and do, not every week, but we'll try and do more of that.
We'll do them here and there.
Exactly. And otherwise, that's about it. Remember, you can follow us Instagram, Facebook.
One quick update.
What'd I forget?
The Virtual Boy is still standing.
The flowers are still standing.
The Virtual Boy is still standing because my cat has not moved since we started recording this episode.
Are you trying to tell me that there's a cat on this planet that's lazy and just insists on sleeping?
Do you see that white thing?
You mean that's not a pillow?
That is not a pillow. That is my cat.
Where's the other one?
So I may have to put that back up next time, and see if we can try that out again.
I don't know. Where's the other one?
Oh, I don't know. He's sleeping somewhere. I'm sure. He's a scaredy cat. He wouldn't touch anything.
He did. He wasn't my friend.
No, he definitely was. Well, you know what? The other day I was playing Dead by Daylight with some friends online, and they were fighting, and Link chased Snow behind my television.
Uh-oh.
And his fat paw turned off the power surge, and I lost my internet and got disconnected from the game I was playing.
All cats do is destroy. That's all they do.
That's all they do. But they look cute doing it, so it's okay.
Check us out, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Retro Gamers Podcast, and hit them with the email and the website.
We got email at theretrogamers.com if you want to contact us, or you can go visit our actual website, which is www.theretrogamers.com.
Yes, it is.
Sorry.
And, of course, check out all the other podcasts that we have in this wonderful family of podcasts that we carry. The Better Half podcast every other Wednesday, the Yin and the Yang podcast every Friday, and seasonally talking more wrestling. And with that, actually, speaking of which, I got to get ready to do my live Royal Rumble pre-show for Talking More Wrestling.
One of these days, Larry, you're going to have me on that wrestling show. You can't avoid me forever.
I'm trying, but Skype now makes that a lot harder.
Yes, it does.
And with that, folks, we will catch you right here next week on the Retro Gamers Podcast.